Hello, welcome to the beautiful Foundation Field on a sunny afternoon for some more GLSCL action for you, bringing you the 11 and 7 Hamilton Joes, who look to build on some momentum from yesterday as they absolutely steamrolled Layton County Settlers 14-0 in historic fashion as Noah Tincher threw a 7-inning no-hitter. Wire to wire, all facets of the game, the Joes were on top. Blake Griffin, welcomed by Lucas Poli to my right, who is working with the sound tonight for a couple of minutes as we are down one intern. It's all a bit of a mess, but getting it done on time. We're doing lineups here at the stadium, so we'll do the same. Your Kettering Health starting lineup. Grant Miller will start in the leadoff spot and play left field. Walker Bridges batting second, playing third base. Batting third, Bennett Clement in center field. Fourth, Parker Lester, he'll play first base. Evan Ulrich will play behind the dish and bat fifth. Batting sixth, Clay Badalak will play second base. Andrew Paschik makes his return to the infield, batting seventh, and will play shortstop. Casey Fink will DH tonight, he'll bat eighth. Batting ninth, Caden Konzak will play right. Starting on the mound, Josh Leisure. As we look to get ready here at Foundation Field, we welcome in Luke Westpoli to my right. Luke, how you feeling tonight?
Feels good. Joe's coming off a no-hitter yesterday, run rule victory, things working on both sides. You come back home, the Nuxall Foundation is here today, set up on the left side. Always good to have them in the crowd. We got the West Side All-Stars, one of the most well-known Little League teams in the country, here today as well. A lot of good crowd interaction, a lot of fans on hand, and with Josh Leisure on the mound, always giving yourself a great chance to win. He's been really solid for the Joes through his first few outings.
Yeah, he's made 3 starts. This will be start number 4, record of 1-0. 13 innings pitched, 13 Ks, 5 walks, 8 hits allowed in his last time out. Went 5 innings against the Copperheads. 1 run that was not earned, 5 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. We've mentioned the last couple of starters have struck out more guys, or about half the guys that they faced. Leisure, a little more finesse, is going to pitch to a contact a little bit more this time out.
Yeah, Leisure still almost 1 strikeout per inning for him, which is crazy to think that's low for a member of this Joe's pitching staff. But yeah, I mean, he's looked really, really solid, and he's just a guy that you feel you can trust on the mound. I think that's the thing with him is, you know, he's a guy that he will go out there and you can just trust that he's not going to give up many runs. And, you know, regardless of how he does it, with strikeouts, with contact, whatever it may be, he's just a really good pitch for contact guy. Like you mentioned, he can strike out batters as well, but I think the special for Josh Leisure is just to put up those zeros on the scoreboard as much as possible.
Ready to kick things off here at Foundation Field. Tommy Thaman, the new GLSCL South batting leader, will foul off the first pitch he sees. I've seen that top of the average kind of yo-yo back and forth. Went to Grant Miller for a couple of days, but it goes back to Tommy Thaman tonight. Thaman hitting 338, or 383, my bad, as that'll miss upstairs.
Yeah, just above Miller. Miller's average down 23 points after a tough day yesterday. Went 1 for 6 at the plate.
One square and a bunt down the left-hand line. Walker Bridges is going to field it, throw it across the diamond to Lester, but not in time, as Tommy Thaman will beat out an infield single via the bunt and raise that average a little bit higher. Yeah, tough to have a day where you get 6 at-bats, your team's hitting so well, and you kind of feel like you kind of lack behind a little bit, but a great addition in the outfield regardless. Defense is always good. Another bunt. Back to Leisure. They'll go to second for 1, and they'll eat it at second. 1 pitch retires Adam Schneider. Tommy Thaman cut down on the bases. 1 to 6 play out on that one. Adam Schneider reaches on the fielder's choice. Good to put down Tommy Thaman on the bases, as Thaman has stolen 9 bags on the season. Love to put a guy like Schneider out there with only 6. First pitch in there to Brennan Rowe. As he leads the entire GLSCL in extra bases in terms of the double. We'll swing right through that one. Josh Leisure hunting a strikeout here. We mentioned just about 1 strikeout per inning. 13 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts. Look for a big punch out here. The 0-2, going to be fouled off. So we saw yesterday Noah Tincher obviously threw the no-hitter, but was very efficient on the mound in terms of pitches. Saw a couple 10 or less innings pitches with 10 or less pitches. Coming in the second, the 7th, and the 4th, or 10 or less pitches, as that'll miss inside. Josh Leisure will look to keep himself under 10 pitches in this inning, as he's up to 8, with just 1 pitch away from getting that double play and getting out of the inning. A 1-2. Big swing and a miss on the breaking ball in the dirt. Josh Leisure retires Brennan Rowe, as that's now the beer batter. So Brennan Rowe down on strikes. Big strikeout tonight, as we mentioned, the Nuxall Foundation here. Those strikeouts going to them. Now 2 outs as the runner will go. The throw from Evan Ulrich is a dandy dime on the pillow, and that'll retire the side. Adam Schneider cut down on the base paths will leave William John stranded at the plate with nothing doing. So a big 0 on the board and just 10 pitches thrown for Josh Leisure in the inning. As we go to the home half of the first, the Joes will look to get some offense rolling. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Bottom of the first inning, the Joes will look for some early offense as we get into the home half of the first inning. Grant Miller will lead things off. We mentioned he was hitting almost close to 400 yesterday, but had a bit of a rough day. He did reach base 3 times, but one of them coming on a fielder's choice, one of them coming on an E5. We've talked about it all season, him being an interesting pick for the leadoff spot, as he doesn't hit well out of the leadoff spot, and also did lead this team in RBIs as Sam Lowe took that over last night. But has moved that leadoff spot just a little bit higher, now hitting over 100 at 125. I'll get everybody clapping here at the ballpark as he'll try to match up against Braxton Foley.
Yeah, he was, as we mentioned, 1 for 6 yesterday, but went 1 for 2 in the leadoff spot.
Take that any day. First pitch to Foley. He fouled off from Miller. Braxton Foley, right-hander from Florence, Kentucky, home of the Florence Yalls.
Florence Yalls.
out of the University of South Carolina, Lancaster. As Grant Miller will check his swing, they'll check down, they'll say yes, you go. Making his third start of the season as a record of 0-1, has faced the Scouts and the Mariners, the first time facing the Joes. As that'll miss off the plate. 0-1 the record, a 3.37 ERA. 8 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 7 hits. As he'll get a big swing from Grant Miller, will require a throw. And they will get that for the first out of the inning. 4 pitches to retire Grant Miller on a K 2-3 put out. We'll bring up Walker Bridges, who was rather hot swinging the bat yesterday. Just had the 1 hit, but we talked about it on the broadcast. Feel like he probably should have had 2, possibly more. And a big F7, a big play from the left fielder Estrada yesterday as he sends that one to the center field. 1 pitch, 1 hit for Walker Bridges. Starts the game exactly like he did yesterday. Puts it in the same spot.
Yeah, that's quickly turning into a specialty. He's going after that first pitch of the at-bat a lot more, and we're seeing it pay off for him quite a bit. He's really done a good job of finding those shots, just those softly hit line drives that just kind of float over the infielders' heads in the middle infield out into left and right center field.
That's now the 3rd straight game he's deposited 1 into right field on his first at-bat. Saw this duo go 1-2 in the game against the Settlers, where they both started the game off with a single. Now 2-0 to Bennett Clement. So we are known to have weird stats here on the broadcast, but my partner Lucas Bowley just pointed out to me as Walker Bridges will steal the bag. Just pointed out to me that our pitcher for the Steam tonight, Braxton Foley, is an underwater basket weaving champion.
He is very multi-talented. Underwater basket weaving champion of 2016, Fortnite World Cup champion, and 2-time Blockbuster Game of the Year.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What's he playing baseball for?
What an
that's
illustrious
an esports
resume.
guy.
Yeah, big esports guy. He could be making the big bucks. What an illustrious career.
Count now 3-1 to Bennett Clement.
Just a sophomore, too. I'm assuming all that happened in high school. The Underwater Basket Weaving Championship was from 2016. He was probably like a freshman at that point in high school. Unbelievable.
We got to ask him about that. That's got to be a conversation as you get a pickoff move for Walker Bridges.
Sophomore, product of Winthrop High School in Florence, Kentucky, from Florence.
So I suppose they got underwater basket weaving in Kentucky.
I guess.
That must be a thing.
What are they doing in high school there?
That sounds like a fun high school. But 3-1. We'll catch that outside corner.
Love to see some multi-talented guys. We mentioned Evan Ulrich and his Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. Now we've got Braxton Foley and the underwater basket weaving, also gaming champ.
Big gamer.
A lot of baseball guys, big gamers. Bennett Clement will send that one to the right-hand side. Brennan Rowe, field it. A bang-bang play over there at first. John with the stretch will make the catch for out number 2.
First time Rose played at third this season, and that may have been a little too casual for the liking of the Cincinnati Steam as he threw that one kind of a rainbow over to first. Still was able to beat out Bennett Clement, but probably a little closer than he would have liked.
First pitch will find the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1 to Parker Lester, who had a great day at the plate yesterday. Send that ball to left-hand side field on the backhand by Schneider. Across the diamond, almost crossed up John over there at first. But one hit, no error, and a runner to left on. That was Walker Bridges, who stole the bag. And a clean inning from both sides. We go to the second inning here at Foundation Field. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield. At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
Top of the second inning as both teams tied rather quickly. Just saw the one single from Walker Bridges on the Joe's side of the ball. But William John, who was left standing at home plate when the last inning ended after Evan Ulrich threw an absolute dime to retire Adam Schneider. They should know not to steal an Evan Ulrich, as we don't have the official stat on how many guys he's caught. I have no idea where you'd find that, but it is a lot.
It's a lot.
The 0-2 going to miss inside. A great pitch. So William John kind of backed him off the plate as he thought that one was coming in on him. I thought that might have caught the outside corner, but missed inside as the 1-2 set in the left field. Going back on his Miller. And will make the catch for out number one.
Designated hitter, number 31, Max Freed.
So back-to-back Steam players retired. It was a great play from Grant Miller out there in left field. Had to go into the shade and make that catch, as we don't get the greatest angle of him out there in left field. I could barely see it myself how dark it is.
He caught that one, I believe, below waist height, too. Just kind of reached down on it.
The count 2-0 now to Max Freeze. Freeze, who will DH in tonight's game, is not want to miss upstairs. Big fastball from Lazier, as we just got word that he is throwing 93-94, which is ridiculous out of that starting spot. So that'll miss low. A couple of guys that pump in the nines. I don't think, maybe aside from Dome, none of the guys that start are in the nines.
If you want to count Hopewell as a starter,
Chase, I
technically.
suppose, yes. But a one-out walk to Max Freeze will bring up Luke Hewen. He'll swing right through that fastball. A little extra fuzz on that one to blow past the bat of Hewen. Almost saw a double play opportunity in the first inning when Schneider grounded the ball back to Lazier, went to second at the time. Was unable to get Schneider on the back end. The 0-1, just a big wave and a miss. The fastball really being leaned on heavily from Lazier as Hewen having a little bit of trouble catching up. The ball's 2 strikes. Lazier hunts for strikeout number 2. And he'll miss low. Haven't yet seen the off-speed be super consistent for Lazier so far, as it's really been a heavy dose of that fastball. It's the 1-2. Breaking ball, they'll say neither caught the zone or a swing. Count will move to 2-2. Great pitch, especially with 2 strikes. Try to retire Luke Hewen. The 2-2 hit right back up the middle. They'll tag for 1, go to the first, and get him. A 4-3 double play where Badalak does half the work himself.
In the second to his team, no runs, no hits.
Big double play gets Lazier out of the inning. Just 13 pitches in that inning as we go to the home half of the second. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Second inning, Evan O'Rourke will lead things off for the Joes as just the 1 hit on the scoreboard between both teams so far. Evan O'Rourke a bit of a steam killer, hitting 6 of 13. The big old home run against this team, that coming in Roselawn, and that one was an absolute shot. I thought he might have possibly had 2, but had a big double in that game as well. 1-0 hitting to left center field. Barnes and Thaman will converge, and Barnes will settle under to make the catch for the first out of the inning. So Evan O'Rourke retired on 2 pitches.
The second baseman, number 21, Clay Badalak.
Bring up Clay Badalak, who just made a dazzling play in the outfield. Had a big 4-3 double play that he had to run down one of the runners himself. Still was able to get the runner over there at first, as Luke Hewen was unable to beat out the back end. Count 2-0, and Clay Badalak, no stranger to this situation. Count moves to 3-0. The only Joe in double digits in terms of walks has 11. As that'll catch the outside corner. One of those guys you'd almost expect to be in the top half of the lineup with how much he reaches base. That one's set in the left field and out of play. But always going to get a good at-bat out of him. He came in yesterday in that pinch hit appearance for Walker Bridges and got a single. There's a 3-1 miss upstairs. Showing off discipline is Clay Badalak, and will give the Joes a 1-out base runner.
It's interesting that Cal Brazier's over there at first. We're talking with the staff before the game. They've kicked Ryan Finnerty out of the first base coach's box. He spent 2 games not in that position this season, and the Joes, I believe, put up 11 and 14 runs in those 2 games.
First pitch to Andrew Patrick will miss. Be fouled off. You got to roll with whatever works. I heard a lot of guys while taking BP, same orders as yesterday. Baseball players notoriously superstitious, but if it works, it works. 0-1 and a miss upstairs. Andrew Patrick making his first appearance since the home game against the Settlers 2 games ago. Badalak will start and stop, but that'll catch the inside corner.
Hitting 3 for 6 against Cincinnati, probably his best opponent this season.
Yeah, I'd say so. And one we're going to see down the stretch quite a bit, so good for him to go to roll into the playoffs like that.
Yeah, absolutely. This team, very competitive, currently sitting at second place in the GLSCL South. And as we mentioned on the broadcast yesterday, with the structure of the scheduling in the South, you play the second half of your schedule with a lot of games to your few closest opponents. For the Joes, that's the Xenia Scouts and the Cincinnati team. So we've seen a lot of those 2 teams as we've now moved into the second half of the season in the final few weeks.
Badalak will take off. Patrick will try to fight it off and will be fouled onto the smaller field to our right. The Joes, as we mentioned, almost every broadcast, a team that likes to steal bags, have stolen 61 on the season, have been caught twice, or 12 times rather. Badalak with just 3 of those. Pickoff move will be not in time. Every time I mention stolen bases, we get a pickoff move. Check that man for an AirPod in the ear or something like that.
It's like
another one, but caught him. Oh, but able to get back in time is
got back.
Clay Badalak.
Close one, close one.
He was jumping towards second base.
That's always the worst when you get caught kind of hopping back and forth. You're trying to mess with the pitcher, and then when he catches you in midair, then you're kind of a sitting duck.
Working quick now as Andrew Patrick laces that one down the left field line, but on top of the cages out there in left field.
That ball was gone if it was fair. I think it got far enough where if that fence extended straight across from the foul pole, it still would have cleared it.
A lot of juice behind that one, and maybe another second guess from Braxton Foley. Don't want to throw that pitch again. Grounds it to Schneider, go across the diamond to John for out number 3. A double play to end the inning on both sides, as it's a bit of a pitcher's duel here at Foundation Field. We'll be right back with the 3rd inning, 0-0 our score. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, They're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008.
Fielder, number 11, Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes will lead things off for this team. It'll be 7, 8, 9 due up for this team as Josh Lazer's face the minimum. As the first pitch to Laser will be fouled off, courtesy of Evan Ork behind the plate and a big double play from Clay Badalak. We've seen both runners that have reached be retired. Laser been good with the pitches so far. Has thrown 10 in the first and 13 in the second for 23 coming into this inning. Looking to rival Tincher a little bit in pitch efficiency. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Harrison Barnes. That'll miss outside. We've talked about Laser striking out 1 per inning. Struck out 1 in the first, did not see 1 in the second. But with 2 strikes on Harrison Barnes, the count runs full. Harrison Barnes, a .350 hitter in just 20 at-bats. So 7 for 20. 3-2. Big swing and a miss. Josh Laser gets the swing yet again. That's the second big swing we've seen on 2 strikes from the Steam. That'll be the second strikeout of the game for Josh Laser. Just seems that fastball proving a bit too much for a couple of these Steam batters. That one will miss off the plate. Evan Ulrich, who does a little pump fake, because he thought that one was definitely on the outside corner. I think everybody here at the ballpark did. Hegeman will chase that one and gotta leave it 1-1.
That's an interesting point with Laser's pitching. We'll get to it after this one.
The 1-1 misses upstairs.
He's done a very good job, specifically today, I've noticed, with getting Steam batters to chase. With that fastball, he's pitched it up high.
Again.
Yeah, you just he pitches it almost around the zone as if he knows the Steam hitters are going to go after it. It looks like it's almost purposeful that he's not pitching in the strike zone. He's pitching around it because he knows they're going to go after it.
Tries to get him to bite on that inside.
Tried to do it again.
The outside corner successful.
The outside
inside
corner,
seen,
yeah, and then up high especially too.
We'll see what we get with the full count here. As Hegeman will show the good peepers and will reach the base for his first time. I've seen at least 1 base runner in all 3 of the innings so far for Josh Laser, but all of them have been retired to allow him to face the minimum. Saw Thaman be retired on the 1-6 that Schneider grounded out on, and then Schneider, who tried to steal the base, was caught by Evan Ulrich. That one hit to Andrew Patrick, will step on the bag himself, fire over, and again, he'll face the minimum. So just 13 pitches again to retire this side as another double play from this Joe's defense picks them up as we go to the home half of the third. The Joe's looking for some runs as we're tied at 0. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pate Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519.
Casey Fink will lead things off here in the third inning as we've worked rather quickly. Defense helping out both of these teams as we are tied 0-0. Casey Fink, who's DHing in the game tonight, did not get an at-bat yesterday. The first pitch will miss off the plate to him. Braxton Foley able to lean on his defense a little bit to get out of the last inning. After Andrew Patrick grounded into a 6-4-3, I've seen 3 double plays between the two teams as that'll clip the outside corner. It was one of the biggest things that we saw earlier this week is that one sent in the air to left field. Could be trouble. Drops fair. Casey Fink on his horse. And it'll be into second. The stand-up leadoff double.
Wow, and it was good that Foley had the presence of mind late on that play to go cover third because both left side infielders went after that for the Steam, and Foley originally was just kind of standing on the mound watching it. That could have been 3 for Casey Fink. But instead, just 2. And now a big position for Caden Konzak to give the Joes their first lead. Konzak with probably his best day at the plate all season yesterday.
100%.
He went 2 for 4, reached base 4 times, and had that big bases clearing triple with 3 RBIs.
Shot that one down the right field line as that was a rather awkward pickoff move from Braxton Foley.
Yeah, it was really interesting because Licking County changed pitchers, and it was the first pitch thrown by Nick Oyster, and he went right after it and just pulled it straight into the corner.
That will be ground to the right-hand side. Couple of shuffles. Konzak is retired, but does move Fink 90 feet up to third base in a very advantageous spot to bring the first run of the game across for the Joes as Grant Miller will come up in another RBI spot.
Looking to tie the team lead potentially, one behind Sam Lowe.
Mentioned how good Grant Miller's been in these kind of spots. Is get a bit of a shift with that one missing outside. We mentioned steam killers. Grant Miller definitely one of them. Has 6 RBIs. Is batting 5 for 16. So that one will miss off the plate. Miller, who came into today with 13 RBIs, almost half of those coming against the Steam team.
Yeah, averaging 2 a game against Cincinnati. Corner infielders came in onto the grass on the first couple pitches, and now they're kind of backed out a few steps back toward the dirt.
2-0 up the middle. We a tough play regardless. The run will come in to score. Grant Miller going to be called out at first. Will grab himself an RBI. He ties the lead on this Joes team and gives them a lead here in the first. Something you love to see.
Yeah, good play by Adam Schneider over there at short, but that's exactly what you need. Grant Miller comes up with a runner on third, and in a scoreless game, just bring that guy home. That's what you want. And Walker Bridges is a guy who can just start things, it seems like, for the Joes. Not necessarily a guy who's problematic to be at the plate with the bases empty.
First pitch will miss up and in. 9 for his last 21 is Walker Bridges. That one sent high into the air, almost on cue. Hageman will settle under it, make the catch for out number 3, but not before. Joe's scratch went across, led off double by Casey Fink, and an RBI ground out from Grant Miller will move the score to 1-0. Josh Lazier will now pitch with the lead as we come back for the top half of the 4th. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and
Top of the order due up for the steam. Tommy Thaman will look to step in against Josh Lazier for his second time. Lazier, who we've mentioned, has faced the minimum. A couple of good plays from his defense. Evan Ulrich with a caught stealing, a double play from Clay Badalak, and a 6-4-3 to end this last inning. It's the first pitch. Fastball will catch the inside corner. Thaman 1 for 1 on the day so far. Single to lead things off. It's been put down on a fielder's choice 1-6. Schneider grounded into. He'll dance out of the way in that one, and the Cattle leaving at 1-1. The 1-1 hit on the ground. Badalak on 2 hops off the chest. Have to get rid of it quickly, and will retire Thaman at first. Tommy Thaman not quite happy with the call, but regardless, play will be made for out number 1. So I've seen Clay Badalak have a couple of good plays. We'll get a meeting. They'll confer, and they'll stay with the call of outs. Parker Lester having a chat with first base coach over there.
Yeah, Drew Klasner. He's familiar with a couple of these Joes. He's a Charleston alum coaching for the Steam this year.
First pitch. Adam Schneider will miss low.
He had an extended conversation with Casey Fink earlier today. Also said hi to Evan Ulrich. A couple Charleston Golden Eagles on this team.
So that'll miss low. Yeah, alumni always run deep. It doesn't matter if you're facing them or they're on your team. You're always going to stop and say hello to the guys who went through your college. As the 2-0 hit on the ground. A diving play by Walker Bridges. They'll fire across the diamond to Parker Lester. The defense continues for the Joes, and that's out number 2 in the inning.
Yeah, that was a dazzling play. Full extension from Walker Bridges. And then when he got up, just made that throw look rather simple.
We'll bring up Brennan Rowe, who you'll notice gets quite a bit of cheers, as he is tonight's beer batter. Doesn't mean he has a strikeout already, as he'll watch the ball down in the dirt. The first strikeout of the night from Josh Lazier. He has 2 on the scorebook already, as the 1-0 will miss low. So back-to-back breaking balls come into Brennan Rowe. Maybe he saw too much of the fastball in his first at-bat. As the fastball will ring inside, buzz the tower a little bit as Rowe has to lean out of the way. They've yet to see a 1-2-3 inning from Lazier. There's always been at least one base runner. As I want to find the inside corner. Though we mentioned that he's been efficient with the pitches. Normally 12 per inning is about what you like to see, and has pitched 13, 13, and 10. As that'll miss outside, and Brennan Rowe will reach.
First baseman, William John.
But don't really have to worry about longevity in a summer league during the summers. You're going to get pulled around 5 or 6 innings regardless, so don't have to worry about trying to throw the 9 complete innings of work. But I'm sure we'll take it. Take it any day of the week. William John will stride up with a runner on first and 2 outs. Breaking ball finds the outside corner for strike 1. John, a fly out to Grant Miller his last time up. Required Grant Miller to use the legs. The runner will try to take off. William John will swing and foul that one off. It's a bit of a hit and run action. For Brendan Rowe is John going to foul that one off.
Had he not made contact, could have tested the arm of Evan Orr. Tried to keep his pitcher, Josh Leisure, at the minimum. Already saw that once tonight where he caught Adam Schneider trying to steal.
Never on back-to-back pitches, surely. It won't be the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Third strikeout of the game for Josh Leisure. Retires William John, and no longer facing the minimum is Leisure. So a big 0 keeps the Joes ahead as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 our score. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Hungry Joe's fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080.
Bennett Clement will lead things off as the Joes try to extend the lead. See Tristan Melvin booking it down to the first base coach box. Was a bit late on that one. But Bennett Clement will look for his first time on tonight as that one will come in and clip him. So 1 pitch, 1 hit, I suppose. A hit batter. Bring out Parker Lester. We mentioned a hot day yesterday. Look to collect his first hit of the day, as we've just seen the 2 hits from the Joes side. Casey Fink and Walker Bridges both with those. Walker Bridges, or Parker Lester, who had the Instagram takeover yesterday, has a big lead over there, a pickoff move. Send Bennett Clement back. Clement, who does lead this Joes team in stolen bags, has passed that another pickoff move. He's climbed his way all the way up to 5th in the entire league. Now has 11. Another pickoff move. Haven't seen a pitch yet to Parker Lester. Speaking of Parker Lester, Blake Bazeo, who is on this Steam team, I believe does lead the GLSCL South in stolen bags with 13. I can't remember off the top of my head, but does have quite the number. His first pitch to Parker Lester will be on the inside corner for strike 1.
They're year-round roommates.
Yeah.
Roommates at Miami and then staying with each other, staying in Oxford over the summer.
Wonder how they ended up on different teams. I guess don't want to play with each other for the entire year.
It is interesting, though, because they kind of were in the same spot at Miami. Bazeo was playing third base at the beginning of the year, and Lester was on the bench before things got shuffled around.
There goes Bennett Clement, swing through from Parker Lester, a good throw. In time, Hewen cuts down the Joe's stolen base leader for out number 1.
But in the second half of the season for Miami, they started to play Lester a little more at third, moved Bazeo over to the right side of the infield to play more second base, and that's kind of the lineup the Redhawks ended up going with for the last few weekends of the season, I should say.
2-2 now the count. Yeah, we've seen Parker Lester kind of be moved around the infield in general on this team. Saw him play second yesterday for the first time. I've seen him play both corners quite consistently.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he falls in on a big change Miami roster next year. A lot of moving pieces on that team.
2-2 crush. Deep right field. Watch it go. Watch it fly into the greenery. Parker Lester goes deep. So a solo shot for Parker Lester. We saw talk to Ryan Finnerty before the game in BP about hitting a home run in batting practice. Doesn't matter. He gets it in the big time. His first of the season. Man, was that one crushed.
They shook on it. It was a bet as he throws it down with Casey Fink. That ball was absolutely ripped. Lester struggled at the beginning of the season. He worked with the coaching staff. He was kind of rolling over the ball a lot. So they worked to get that swing back where they wanted it, where he was able to hit the ball up again, get that swing angle where he wanted it to. And we've seen him start to show more and more of that strength and power. Now finally able to do it in a game. That ball was crushed out and right.
So his first of the season. We've been talking about it, waiting for someone to put it on the right side of the field.
Yeah, I believe that is the first home run here at Foundation Field. Hit it over the scoreboard.
Cleared it with plenty of room.
You watched it, too.
Was going to mention an opportunity to go back-to-back here with Evan Ulrich at the plate, but it's down 0-2. Always good to see him get to start rolling. The 0-2 going to miss upstairs. I'm sure I'll have a couple things to say post-game, that's for sure. Probably talking to Ryan Finnerty in the dugout right now. The 1-2 going to miss upstairs. Hewen trying to frame that one from the eyes down to the chest. Your typical Little League frame. The counts run even at 2-2. As ripped down the left field line, but foul is the 2-2 to Evan Ulrich.
I think Lester's home run may have gone into the woods.
I think that's
so
correct.
Beyond the fence, there's probably about 30 or 40 feet of grass and then woods. There are kids out there looking for the ball. They can't find it. So I think that ball was hit even farther than I initially thought.
2-2. Swung on and fouled at the plate. It's the home plate umpires. They'll give him a couple minutes to recuperate himself. There's some water out there as well.
Yeah, there's kind of a ditch with some drainage. Be careful out there.
But they're going hacking, bushwhacking out there in right field, and I guess why not? You got to find that.
Got to find a
home run
baseball.
ball, yeah.
Last time I was out there, I got hit by a ball that came out of I believe it was the Steam bullpen the last time these two teams were up against each other here at Foundation Field. That's a dangerous area.
Ball's flying from both parts. Is the 2-2 breaking ball going to miss inside? Gets out of the way is Evan Ulrich.
Meanwhile, through all that great at bat from Ulrich, he's worked it full.
It's probably one of his biggest hack of the year on the foul ball a couple pitches ago. Really tried to send that one over some houses. It's run full at 3-2, and getting him to chase on that one is Foley.
I think he thought there were 2 outs there.
And a little bit of confusion from everybody there as a couple of Steam guys began to make their way off the field.
He was having a conversation with the home plate umpire. He grabbed that one, kind of did that thing that catchers do where you know, try to get off the field as fast as you can. Got about 5 steps down the line and realized there's only 2 outs.
Clay Badalaka will square to bunt, but we'll pull back as that's up and away. It's the first time we've seen from the Joes at Foundation Field since opening day. and fitting that both of them were absolutely crushed as Clay Badalak will foul off the 1-1. Yeah, we've been waiting. We've been waiting. All of our interns have been talking about when's someone going to put it out to right field. Who's going to be the one that hit it out to right field? And Parker Lester is the man tonight. That one will miss upstairs. Saw a couple people hit the fence today. Casey Fink hit one off like midway of the fence. This beautiful breaking ball, going to find that outside corner. But just looked like a great day of BP from the Joes. The spirits really looked kind of lifted, and it's the first time at home in a little bit that it kind of just felt like the Joes were getting ready to absolutely steamroll the steam. No pun intended.
Yeah, the vibes were good before this game. Guys were getting here early, actually. A lot of guys came here to get some early work in.
Full count. Bit of a half-hearted swing from Clay Badalak and another strikeout on the card for Braxton Foley, but not before Parker Lester goes yard. Big home run, his first of the season. We're right back with the fifth inning. Joe's up 2-0. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Freeze, Hewen, and Barnes look to scratch their way back for the steam as the Joes have taken a 2-0 lead. Have to go through Josh Leisure as he'll start the at-bat with probably his best breaking ball of the night. My goodness. Right back to work. It's the check swing. They'll check down to the first base umpire. He'll say no. Two good back-to-back breaking balls from Josh Leisure. That'll be fouled off of Evan Ulrich at the plate. Was it the steam game where you got beat up?
I think it was against the Jazz.
Jazz, I think. He's been beat up a couple of times behind the plate. Speaking of the Jazz, taking on the Copperheads at historic McBride Stadium. Up on the Copperheads 11-1. That game was 1-1 in the first, and the Jazz have kind of jumped offensively. It's the 1-2. Breaking ball set into right field. Going back is Konzak. Settling under it, making the catch for out number one here in the fifth. It's been some good work on the mound for Leisure. We mentioned not a lot of the strikeouts, but has really relied on the defense, and the defense has been great.
Absolutely. He's got really good pitch for contact stuff like we mentioned. And the Joes defense continuing to backstop Leisure well.
First pitch to Hewen, going to be bounced into the plate. Hewen, who is 0 for 1, grounded into that double play. But Clay Badalak had to come in and tag out Freeze as Leisure finds the zone. Clay rather athletic out there at second, making the tag and throwing across the diamond. Hewen was booking it down the line, and it really looked close. It was bang, bang over there at first as he chases the fastball up. Another chase.
that high fastball is working really, really well for Leisure. I don't know what it is, if it's just where it comes out of the hand or what the release looks like. Yeah, but every time he pitches that high fastball, the batter seems to always go after it.
Try to bounce one. Gets away from Evan Ulrich. So tries to follow up that fastball with the breaking ball and just kind of spiked it on that one. But very, very good idea to try to change the eye levels on both pitches, try to get the strikeout. Just the 3 strikeouts on the day so far for Josh Leisure. 2-2. Hit to Clay Badalek. Will jump just over his outstretched glove.
I think that might have gotten a piece of it.
Definitely slowed down a little bit as it went over him. Hewen will have his first hit of the day. Just the second hit given up by Leisure. Put one out on the board and bring up Harrison Barnes. Working fast, working quickly is Leisure, as we'll find that inside corner on Barnes. He went 2 for 3 on stolen bags. A team that likes to steal bases, as that one's hit to Badalak. The double play opportunity, 4-6-3 in time. Double play number 3 for the Joes. Puts down Harrison Barnes, and Josh Leisure again faces the minimum in the inning. Right back with the bottom of the 5th inning. The Joes up 2-0. All smiles here at the Foundation Field. You're watching the All Wealth Hamlet Joes Broadcast Network.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day. Offering a diverse range of senior living services, our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field.
Back here at Foundation Field, as Braxton Foley back out on the mound, he'll face Patrick Fink and Konzak. As Clay Badalek went down on the strike stand the last inning. Mentioned Josh Leisure just at 61 pitches through 5, and Foley just kind of right there with him, has 54 through 4 innings. So pitch efficiency hasn't really been the problem. It's just been a couple of mistakes. A double to Casey Fink that saw him come around to score after 2 ground outs and a ground out to Grant Miller. As we get a conversation with the umpires, I think we're going to get a delay of game penalty.
He was pointing towards the steam side.
Start 1-0. Yeah. The count will start 1-0.
Yeah, that was interesting. I'm not sure what drew that. Steam were all out in the field. We saw that get called a couple games ago against the Xenia Scouts, but that was when they were batting. The Steam were all out in their normal spots. Andrew Patrick was just kind of waiting off to the side. Didn't see anything that could have warranted that, but something must have happened.
1-0. Gonna hit Andrew Patrick.
Doesn't even matter.
It didn't matter at all. As Andrew Patrick will reach base to lead things off. Yeah, there's a timer, and we don't have the timer visually out here on the field. And I think the home plate umpire had a timer going on his watch. But I'm not sure if he tells anybody. And so how are they supposed to know that they're running up to it? And maybe you hurry up and get ready to go.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the Steam. Obviously, it didn't end up mattering, but yeah, it didn't seem like they were trying to do anything excessive that would have warranted that. Just kind of happened.
I mentioned just the 2 hits, the 2 big ones for the Joes. This being Casey Fink's double that came just 2 innings ago, doubled on the left field line as he flared one over the third baseman's head. That one will catch the inside corner. Andrew Patrick, who has reached via the hit by pitch, does like to steal some bags. Whenever he reaches base, loves to swipe a couple, has 7 on the season. Bouncing lead over there at first as Casey Fink fouls that one off.
Also now tied for the team lead in hit by pitches with 3.
Ball magnet for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first is Andrew Patrick. Takes a big jumping lead. As Fink will send that one to center field. Harrison Barnes going to take a couple steps in. Settle under, make the play for the first out of the inning. Andrew Patrick will retreat to first base. After Fink doubled his last time up. Now a fly out victim will bring up the 9-hole Caden Konzak. Some more time in between pitches. Not sure what was happening on that, but Caden Konzak will look to extend this inning for the Joes. Andrew Patrick hung out to dry. They'll try to dance around the tag, but will be unsuccessful. Just tried to get the correct timing, and Braxton Foley picking off when he probably normally pitches.
We saw Foley pay the price for that earlier as he picked off, I believe, 3 times?
Yeah.
And then gave up a home run in the same at-bat to Parker Lester.
First pitch to Caden Konzak will miss up. He squares his butt, pulls back. Bit of an infield shift as you see Brennan Rowe play well to the left of his normal position. That one will miss, or rather catch the outside corner. Both corner infielders kind of pinch towards up the middle. Still a decently large gap up the middle regardless. As that one's sent in the air to Harrison Barnes. He'll have to come in. And he will settle under it, make the catch for out number 3. So a quick inning for Braxton Foley, courtesy of the caught stealing from Andrew Patrick. 2-0 our score, top of the 6th inning. Coming up, Josh Lazier back out on the mound. We'll be right back with the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance? United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872. For years, they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
Josh Hageman will lead things off for the Steam as they'll face Josh Lazier, who has been great on the mound so far. Has just given up the 2 hits and in total 4 base runners. That one will miss just low to start things off to Josh Hageman. Hageman, who is one of those base runners to reach. Drew a walk a couple innings ago as he'll foul that one to the backstop. Sun's starting to set a little bit here at Foundation Field. It's about 8:15 here in Hamilton, Ohio. We'll miss off the plate. The Shadows have now fully covered home plate and probably about half of the outfield. Bennett Clement still in the sunlight as that's Hit just over the fence, maybe off a fan. Actually, it rings off the porta potty.
I think is that the second time
Yeah.
we've seen it get hit in the last week?
Hit the top a couple of games ago, and now hit it more square on. Is that one surely more likely to scare you? As that one will be fouled off.
Please return all foul balls to the large white tent on the first base side and get a prize. Thank you.
Nobody out. Josh Hegeman battling up there at the plate. Count 2-2. So again, that one's fouled off. Driving up the pitch count. This pitch number 7 of this at-bat coming up here in just a couple seconds. So everybody shuffles back to their positions. We just got the attendance, largest attendance of the season so far for the Joes, as that one just misses off the plate. And a really, really great crowd on hand, especially for a Wednesday.
Yep, 575. Almost a sellout here.
So that one sent in the air, but Walker Bridge is there to collect. He'll make the catch after an 8-pitch at bat. Josh Hegeman is retired for the first out of the inning. Bring up Corey Miley. Yeah, everybody trying to come out, catch the Joes after the no-hitter, I suppose.
Absolutely.
A no-hitter not going to hurt the attendance whatsoever. Lazier paints that outside corner. Right back to business against Corey Miley. He got to ground out to a double play his last time up. That's going to be fouled back into the Joes dugout. Working kind of quickly through this game. It's been a bit of a pitcher's duel with a couple of blips from Foley on the other side. Lazier tries to paint that outside corner. Ulrich trying to bring it back from off the plate. But umpire says no on that time. We'll bring Josh Lazier to a 1-2 count. Button down strikeout number 4. As that'll miss, I believe, upstairs. The 2-2. Corey Miley kind of just throws the bat at it and gets that one into right field. He'll try to round first and go to second. And he'll be in there with probably the weirdest double you'll see of the season.
Yeah, that's one where you start to swing and then realize the pitch is going to be way out of your reach and it's going to make you look silly. So you just kind of try to extend your elbows like a sword as much as you can. And not as much hit that ball as much as just reflect the ball the other way. That's exactly what happened. Miley put that one barely in fair territory down the line.
I'll look silly every day if it means a double. We'll flip the lineup over for Tommy Thaman. Just the one out here in the inning. That'll come in and hit Tommy Thaman. Will fling the bat at the ground. Must have got him in an awkward spot. Put 2 runners on in the inning. Nobody out there in the Joe's pen, rather actually a lefty just kind of lightly getting loose. With runners now at first and second with just the one out.
Yeah, I think 6 innings, regardless of how efficient you are, is pretty much the limit, unless we see something like we saw yesterday where Tincher's riding a no-hit streak.
So Adam Schneider will come to the plate. Almost grounded out into a double play his first time up, but we've seen 3 double plays from this Joe's defense tonight. Love to see another one as Lazier just waiting out Miley out there at second base. First scoring chance of the night for the Steam, as that's the first baseman to reach second tonight. That'll miss off the plate. So Ivan Ulrich throw Tommy Thaman out his first, or rather Adam Schneider out his first time, and then a couple double plays to keep runners off second as that one's fouled off. Pitch number 17 of the inning coming in for Josh Lazier, as after being around the 12, 13, 14 pitch mark on the game has really kind of struggled in this inning. As that's going to be off the glove of Parker Lester. He'll flip over to Lazier, who's on the bag. And they'll say he is on the bag. For out number 2, runners will advance to second and third.
And Drew Klasner at first immediately signaling to go with the home plate umpire. That throw beat the runner, but it did not look like Josh Lazier had his foot on the bag.
We've mentioned it before, how hard it is for a pitcher to run over there, try to catch the ball and find the bag at the same time. As you normally try to give it to the guy earlier and allow him to catch the ball and find the bag. And they'll keep it out. So a big play. We'll put 2 outs on the board. We'll still keep the 2 base runners on. But good for Parker Lester just to knock that one down, keep it in the infield, as if that ball slips into the outfield, Corey Miley might be coming around to score, as the breaking ball to Brennan Rowe will be in there. Talked about it before the game. If 4 of the top 5 hitters in the league hitting tonight is 2 beautiful breaking balls on the outside corner. Brennan Rowe not happy. Kicks his bat a little bit as the home plate umpire not going to give him any rope at all. The ball's 2 strikes. Lazier looking for a big strikeout as that one's hit back up the middle past the diving outstretched glove of Patrick. Bennett Clement going to come in. And that throw will be off. Is now into second. Safely is Brennan Rowe, who will have the 2 RBIs on the single. Advanced on the throw. Miley comes in to score. Thaman comes in to score. And we're now all squared here at Foundation Field.
All it takes is 1 swing of the bat. A few solid innings from Lazier leading into this, and not a bad inning really, it seemed, by any means. It's just a couple of those hits strung together, and that's all you need in a 2-run game such as this. Had the weird double, hit a guy, and then gives up the single.
The double not really his fault. He really threw one of the best pitches maybe of the inning.
Yeah, and even that single was a borderline ground out as it was dived for by Patrick. He almost got to it.
Big jumping lead from Brennan Rowe will prompt a step off and a bit of a pump fake from Josh Lazier on the mound. Just over 20 pitches on the inning for Josh Lazier as that one's bouncing the dirt. Now the lefty will start to get going a little bit faster, than a little bit harder out there in the bullpen. One. Just going to miss off the corner. Lazier got that fastball that kind of runs arm side. And a little unfortunate sometimes to throw that one on the outside corner, not get a chase, and it just misses off. As that'll be a big swing and a miss from William John. So again, another 2-strike opportunity for Lazier. He'll hunt down strikeout number 5 tonight. Or 4 rather. To get out of this inning with just the 2 runs. Brennan Rowe taking off. Throw from Evan Ulrich from his knees. Be blocked over there from Walker Bridges. It's good to keep that one in the infield from Walker. Does move Brennan Rowe 90 feet closer, but looking to leave him stranded there. 3-2. Breaking ball misses off the plate. Just like the steam guys, many Joes trying to make their way towards the dugout. Almost everyone here at the stadium thought that one caught the outside corner, save for maybe William John and the home plate umpire. John will reach. First time he's touched the bags tonight. The hand goes up towards the Joe's dugout. Hopefully nobody over there being too bad, as Parker Lester will stab that one from Max Freeze. Step on the bag for out number 3. As we go to OMAF of the 6th. We're all squared here at Foundation Field. 2-2 our score. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network. Top of the order for the Joes as we are tied at Foundation Field. 2-2 our score. Be Grant Miller, Walker Bridges, and Bennett Clement looking to regain the lead once again. They'll face Braxton Foley, who's back out there on the mound. Breaking ball, breaks, and finds the inside corner against Grant Miller. That one started well above Miller's head. It's now back to back. Find that inside corner. A bit of a flyover as we get a helicopter above Foundation Field. Miller will take his time. Bit of disdain from the Joe's leadoff man as the 0-2 swung on in the dirt. Ewan will chase him halfway down the line.
Tire him out.
Still not able to catch Grant Miller. Insane how much speed he has. He was barely jogging. And Luke Ewan still could not catch him in all the gear. Flipped it over to Ewan, or John, for the first out. We'll bring up Walker Bridges. We'll look for his second hit of the day. Singled in the first. At the Joe's first hit of the ball game. As that one will miss upstairs. Have some power scattered through this Joe's lineup. Saw Parker Lester go yard earlier in this game. Would love to see Walker Bridges get his third of the season as that one misses upstairs. So a 27 pitch inning on the other side from Leisure. Would love to see something like that from Foley to maybe bounce him out of this game. As both starters have been relatively good around the zone. Foley just missed it a couple times. Leisure a little unlucky as that one will miss and go to the backstop. Walker Bridges now reaches. One out base runner for the Joes. That will require a meeting at the mound from Luke Ewan. Come talk to his starter. Rowe will come over, give a couple words.
The center fielder, number 9, Bennett Clement.
Probably just going through his speeds to the plate as Walker Bridges stole it back last time. Was able to catch both Clement and Patrick stealing as Patrick was caught on the pickoff move. Bennett Clement was caught straight up. So Joe's 1 for 3 on stolen bags tonight. Bennett Clement a big hole on that right-hand side. The guy that likes to shoot that one to the right side is that'll miss upstairs. Can't force it and kind of need a pitch to lead you on that outside corner. We'll see if they throw anything on the outer half. Braxton Foley's breaking ball will miss upstairs.
Foley continues to try and work that top of the zone with that breaking ball. Starts up high.
He loves to throw that one consistently. Saw it twice against Grant Miller. I've seen it throughout the night. As the 2-0 will again be that breaking ball. That'll find the zone.
Those 3 breaking balls that he's thrown for strikes in the inside corner, you could overlay all 3 of those and they would probably be the exact same pitch. I mean, those look identical.
Somebody get on it. Walker Bridges is going to be picked off. A bit of a nothing throw from Braxton Foley, almost a show me sort of move. Bennett Clement 0 for 1, but has reached base on the walk his last time up. As Bennett Clement will watch the fastball upstairs. Action in both bullpens. I'm pretty sure we saw Tegenborg out there. Actually, a lefty back up. It's going lefty,
Switching
then righty,
back
then
and
back
forth,
to lefty. That's the 3-1 hitting the center field. Harrison Barnes ranging in the right center gap. He'll make the play. Some good contact for Bennett Clement, but will be retired regardless. Bring up the man of the hour, Parker Lester.
The cleanup hitter, first baseman Parker Lester.
Will be a mound visit.
I think this is going to be a new pitcher.
We saw a lefty in that steam bullpen. Kind of smart to bring a lefty to get the lefty.
Pitcher is still throwing out there.
So maybe just
yeah, just a conversation right now between
a little, hey, don't leave that one over the middle again.
With the pot tickets being sold, purchase your split the pot ticket. Take a few steps back. Look at yourself.
2-2 our score. Bottom of the 6th. We're getting into the late innings here as the Steam have come back and tied it in the top half. The Joes have got 2 runs, one in the 3rd and one in the 4th. That one in the 4th coming off the bat of this man right here, Parker Lester. He'll look to make himself the difference. Parker Lester will take off, and Walker Bridges will have the bag. Another stolen one from him. Ben Hewen's kryptonite tonight.
Yeah, that was an easy one for Bridges. He got a great jump. Pitch was off speed and a little off the plate.
Now not needing Parker Lester to do much. Just put a ball into the outfield, give Walker Bridges a chance to show off some wheels yet again and give the Joes the lead here in the 6th. The 1-0 going to miss off the plate. Not going to give him anything, it looks like. Those 2 fastballs well off the plate. Not wanting to throw anywhere in the zone to Parker. In a hitter's count. 2-0. And that one will find the strike zone and find the bat of Parker Lester, who will foul that one off. Parker has to be careful not to get too big of eyes and swing through anything here. Try to keep it simple.
Yeah, base knock's going to bring in Bridges with that speed. Outfield playing pretty much the normal spots for the Steam.
2-1. Shot, but shot foul into the parking lot. Maybe it's one of those dirtiest cars. You do a giveaway for a car wash coupon here at Foundation Field for the dirtiest car. So dirty up your car, come to the park, I guess, if you want a free car wash coupon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Walker Bridges off with the pitch. That's going to get in the left field. Walker Bridges scores easily. So off with the pitch. Probably wouldn't have mattered anyways. He has that speed.
Would have been a close play, though, actually, as that one was reacted to well by Thaman.
Well, that is Tommy Thaman out there in left field, who actually has a pretty good arm.
Lester styling a little bit on that single. He bat flipped on it.
So back-to-back at-bats with the bat flip a little bit.
Joe's retaking the lead, though. Now you got Evan Ulrich coming up to the plate, another guy who can hit the ball hard.
So Evan takes a big hacks his last time as he tried to go back-to-back with Parker Lester. Came up empty. But we'll look for his first trip on the bases today. Maybe this team made pay a little bit, not bringing in that left-handed pitcher to face Parker Lester as that one we bounced in. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, Evan Ulrich at the dish. Parker Lester over there at first after he just gave the Joes the lead. Singled in Walker Bridges as that one is crushed in the left field, up in the air and amongst the houses. 2-run shot for Evan Ulrich. The Joes bats are hot. My goodness, that's 2 balls we've seen hit, probably the hardest we've seen hit all year.
Yeah, that one will even top the one that he hit on opening day. Evan Ulrich driving in Parker Lester. So they'll throw it down. Big Selly from the Joes as they empty the dugout, but that's going to bring in a new pitcher for the Steam.
So now the home run leader in Evan Ulrich gets his 3rd of the season. That will spell the end of the day for Braxton Foley, who gives up 3 in this inning. We'll be right back with more Joes action. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Clay Badalak facing off against the new pitcher for the Cincinnati team, Joey Perkins on the mound. Lefty will face off against the lefty hitter with the bases empty and 2 outs. 3 runs have come in for the Joes. First pitch catching the outside corner on the fastball for strike 1.
Big home run to run Foley out of the game. As that was absolutely crushed from Evan Ulrich. Clay Badalak will look to keep things going for the Joes. Count is 0-2 with 2 outs. Here in the 6th, the Joes have hung a big 3 spot with some action coming with it. The 0-2 hit on the ground. John will catch it on the 2-hop, wave over to his pitcher, and step on the bag for out number 3. But not before another big fly, this time from Evan Ulrich. A 2-run shot gives the Joes a 3-run lead. You go to the 7th inning, the Joes up 5-2. We're right back with more Joes action on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Tonight's nonprofit of the game is the Caring Closet. The Caring Closet is located here in Hamilton on the corner of Main Street and D Street and serves Hamilton City School District students in need. Follow them on Facebook or find them at thecaringclosethamilton.com. 11 strikeouts will support the work of this nonprofit. Go Joes.
New pitcher on the mound for the top of the 7th. The Joes have hung a 3 spot and grabbed the lead once again after a big bomb from Evan Ulrich. Zach Breeden on the mound to face Luke Hewen. So send one to the backstop. Leisure pitched a good 6 innings and will be the winning pitcher if the score is to hold. That one's fouled to the backstop. Making appearance number 6 on the season.
5th one out of the bullpen. He's got a 1-0 record. Last appeared 4 days ago in the loss against Grand Lake here at Foundation Field. Pitched 1 inning, gave up no runs off 2 hits, walked 1, struck 1 out.
It's kind of been a guy to come out of the bullpen and hang a big 0. That's what we've seen a little bit.
Yeah, he's only given up as many as 1 earned run in each of his appearances. So, a couple of 0s and 3 1s for him on the season in his first 5 times out on the bump.
That's all the Joes will ask for him tonight, is they'll just look for him to bridge the gap. That one's set high into the air. A shooter behind the plate. Evan Ulrich coming all the way to the net, overruns it. That'll get down. Parker Lester coming all the way over. Joshing a little bit with
Joe's infield meeting.
kind of slaps him with the glove a little. You should have had that kind of moment.
Bridges and Lester were all gathered around home plate. It was a yard sale out there as Ulrich's helmet went one way, his mask went another way, Bridges' hat fell off.
You want your Joe's gear, you know, just hit a pop-up behind home plate. There you go, free Joe's gear. The 1-2, breaking ball, gonna miss off the outside corner. Good spot for Breeden to try to open up the back door. It was declined entry on that one. And the Cattle leave it at 2-2. Looking for a big punch out here to start things off. That'll be foul to the plate.
Breeden was good his last time out against the Steam. He went 4 innings in that one, only gave up 1 earned run off 3 hits. It's his only appearance so far against Cincinnati.
It's a very good win for the Joes.
Yeah, 6-4 W here at Foundation.
We'll miss upstairs. 7 pitches in this at-bat. This next one will be number 8. As Hewin refuses to go down. Has a single, and it's also hit into a double play tonight. As that will miss inside. 8 pitches just to walk the leadoff guy. We'll bring up Harrison Barnes, who we mentioned has hit into double play. Part of 3 double plays defensively for this Joe's team. First pitch to Barnes. We'll clip that outside corner for strike 1. Harrison Barnes also part of our current running all-name team. Got Brandon Bacon, a couple other guys on there. Blaze Bell, as that one's in the dirt, corralled by Evan Ulrich. Does not hit the lefties well, does Harrison Barnes, 0 for 6. Gonna make that 0 for 7. Would love another double play here from Harrison Barnes. The 0-1, just gonna miss off the corner. Breeden having a little trouble finding the zone. He's kind of reined it in a little bit, but needs just a touch more to start to put away some batters. The 2-1. Hit the battle act, 4, 6. Ross Diamond, 3. Another double play for this Joe's defense. And Harrison Barnes puts 2 outs on the board.
Number 6, Josh Hegeman.
This is similar to what we saw a few games ago on the Joe's side, where it just seemed like they didn't have any luck on the ground balls when runners were on base. Similar night for the Steam.
4-6-3, kind of a common occurrence over the last couple games, as that's 2 in this game, and we saw 2 last game.
Yeah, and 4 double plays overall now for Cincinnati.
1-0 to Hegeman. Will find that outside corner. Breeden kind of in a groove now, as he kind of, readjusts the flow. The 1-1, a bunt attempt. Bunted up the line and foul. As Hegeman just trying to reach base any way possible at this point. Well, the lefty eyeing down his own lefty. Looking for a punch out, would be his first of the game in his first inning. After Lazier only had 4s, then he'll get it. Chasing upstairs. Gets the strikeout for out number 3. Joes stay ahead by 3. Go to the home half of the 7th. It's stretch time here at Foundation Field. We'll be right back with the All Wolf Health and Joe's Broadcast Network. Patrick, Fink, and Konzak. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Joes. He will get his first step at against Joey Perkins, who came in and got the one out that he was required in the 6th after 3 runs came across. A time call at the plate. Patrick not quite ready to step into the box. Patrick, who's reached base once but is 0 for 1. As that'll miss off the plate. Perkins just needed 3 pitches in that inning to get out of it. After coming in. Got the 3-run assisted from Badalak. Andrew Patrick going to foul that one down the right-hand side. One ball, one strike to Andrew Patrick. We'll look to get things going offensively. A big swing at that one. Go down to the count of 1-2. Couple of Wright State Raiders in this game. We saw Josh Lazier, our starter from Wright State. Andrew Patrick, also a Raider, native of Columbus, Ohio. 1-2, gonna miss off the plate. Run the count, even at 2-2. Patrick would ground out into a double play his first time up, and mentioned was hit by a pitch. Saw the weird sort of time penalty, delay a game, I guess you would call it. His big swing and a miss on that one puts Andrew Patrick down for the first out of the inning. But that was right before Andrew Patrick's at bat. Still unconfirmed what the exact time is between innings. It always changes per league, and it changes per college and all that kind of stuff. Casey Fink will step up. So watch the first pitch down in the zone. Fink, who doubled down the left-hand line. First run to come across the score for the Joes. Back in the 3rd inning. It's a big breaking ball from Perkins. Moves Fink out of the way. That'll find the zone. Both guys with some very good breaking stuff.
Absolutely. Both lefties on the mound now dealing.
It's Casey Fink to swing right over the top of that one. Back-to-back breaking balls. Puts Casey Fink in a hole. He'll miss that one off the plate. Already the one strikeout in the inning to Andrew Patrick from Joey Perkins. 2-2 grounded over to John. Fink will beat it out. As Perkins unable to get over to the bag in time. Not sure if he maybe kind of just forgot to cover the bag or if Casey Fink's really that fast. No, Casey Fink does have some speed, but my goodness, beat it by quite some time.
Yeah, I think that broke his bat. And so I think that it sounded like it did. I think that in the mind of Perkins, that was just going to be a 3 unassisted from John, but he kind of had to come in on it a little more than he expected to because that ball wasn't rolling too hard, and then there was just nobody left covering the bag.
Regardless, we'll put a 1-out base runner on as Cade Konzak will square to bunt. Pull back as that one misses upstairs.
Nobody covering the bag again there on the back pick attempt. Saw Hewen just kind of fake over there to first because John was not occupying the base.
We've seen Brennan Rowe consistently move well to his left, almost pull side on lefties. Cade Konzak will again square to bunt, but will pull back and check the field umpire to see if he squared. Don't think I've ever seen that on a bunt attempt to get an appeal. The count 2-0. Perkins has not put one in the zone for Konzak to give himself up. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Square to bunt again as that one finds the inside corner for a strike of the at-bat. Now in from Joey Perkins. Still very light outside as the sun's set and the shadows have covered the field. Lights are on, but the sun very much still out. See that steeple still lit up, as it is all night. 2-1 will paint the outside corner from Perkins. Caden Konzak now with 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Casey Fink over there at first after beating out an infield single, showing off some of the wheels. Runner off with the pitch. Pitch outside. Throw from Hewen's a good one. But Schneider unable to reel in the throw from Hewen. Kind of one-hop, short-hopped him, but a good throw regardless. Fink will get in with the stolen bag and the counter run full.
Yeah, that probably would have beat him to the base, but it just skipped awkwardly off the turf. Lucky it didn't go into center field, as it just kind of trickled to a stop right on the edge of the infield brown turf area, I should refer to it as.
3-2. Gonna be chat foul. Konzak now with an RBI opportunity of his own. Second of the ball game as he was up to bat when Fink was at second. Grounded out. And then saw Grant Miller ground out to grab himself an RBI in that same inning. The Steam 2 runs off 4 hits, no errors. The Joes 5 runs off 6 hits, no errors. As both defenses have been great so far. Long pause between pitches, and we'll see it come again as Perkins just kind of an inside move. Trying to keep Fink honest. I've really only seen 1 steal attempt of third this entire game. From Brennan Rose stole third. Count still full, and that'll miss low. So a good at-bat for Caden Konzak to work his way on base. And we'll put Grant Miller up with another RBI opportunity out of the leadoff spot. With Sam Lowe, who grabbed the RBI lead yesterday, Grant Miller has tied it today. And now an opportunity to once again climb into that driver's seat of his Joe's team. Sitting with 14, looking for 15. Good spot for the Joes to extend this lead. Send that ball in the right field. Eggeman will collect as Fink will go back and bluff his way to third. We'll be back as Grant Miller a fly-out victim now.
Yeah, Hegman ran into that one. Good choice over there at second from Fink.
Third baseman, number 12, Walker Bridges.
Walker Bridges will come back up for the Joes, his 3rd time up tonight. Single fly-out walk. Came around to score on the Parker Lester single before Parker Lester himself was brought in on the Evan Ulrich home run. They look for a ball into the outfield to grab an RBI as he'll swing and miss on the first pitch he sees. Parker Lester with 2 stolen bags tonight, though, has really showed off their wheels. And still remains to be seen if he would have stole third if Parker Lester didn't single him in. Well, I'm happy he singled him in regardless, as that one finds the inside corner. So Joey Perkins trying to wriggle himself off the hook. Let's put 2 base runners on after striking out the leadoff man. Gonna fly out to Grant Miller. Heading the count to Walker Bridges. The 0-2. Foul to the plate. 21 pitches in this inning now for Joey Perkins. Just needed 3 to get out of the 6th and has thrown 21 in this one for a total of 24. The Joes taxing the undecided lefty. 0-2 once again. So I'm going to miss that. The dirt will require a throw from Hewen over to John. It'll be made for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Joes in the 7th. Will bring us to the 8th inning. All done with 7. Here comes 8. He comes back on the mound. It's Zach Breeden. Get his 2nd inning of work here at Foundation Field. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure. The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Corey Miley will lead things off for the Steam as they still trail 5-2. Corey Miley, kind of the spark in that 6th inning, started things off for the Steam, and against the starting pitcher Josh Lazier, so again send that ball into left field. Back-to-back kind of weird at-bats for Miley as he kind of had a nothing swing that doubled his way on his last time up, and I think he just broke his bat in the left field.
Yeah, he hit it off the kind of corner end of the bat, and I think he also broke it. It was just out of reach of Patrick, who was trying to range back at short to make that play in shallow left center, but a little too far out of his reach.
We'll flip this lineup over for Tommy Thaman. Almost what we saw in the 6th. As that one will paint the outside corner to start things off. To Thaman. Thaman 1 for 2, singled in the 1st. And it was a hit by a pitch in the 6th. Came around to score on the Brandon Rose single. That one will miss off the plate. We've mentioned is the top of this GLSCL South, or rather GLSCL in total in terms of average.
It's player of the week in week 1.
1-1. Gonna miss upstairs. But off memory, Thaman does not play phenomenal against the Joes. Tried to look back. This is a new scorebook, so I don't have those games on hand as that one's hit the battle act again. Go to second for 1 across the diamond. In time. 4-6-3 again. That's the number 5 for the Steam. And Clay Badlak getting some work.
Yeah, a lot of work for Clay. He's been involved in 4 of the 5 double plays. Done a good job on those backhand feeds towards second base over there to Andrew Patrick, getting some work in on those, certainly.
Bring up Adam Schneider. Should have a non-profit for double plays, I guess. Jeez.
It's been nice because I feel like the stress has really been taken off the pitching staff in general. As especially on Josh Lazier's resume, he gave up a couple really unfortunate hits that just weren't really his fault. That one runs inside, but to have that pressure kind of relieved on you almost right away with your defense, it's a good feeling as a pitcher on the mound.
Almost needed this kind of help with the Chase Hopewell start a couple days ago. As that one will miss inside.
Yeah, it just calms the mind a little bit.
3 balls, 1 strikes, now 2 outs here in the inning as Tommy Thaman grounded out into a 4-6-3. Adam Schneider ahead in the count, 3-1. We'll foul that one off with a counter run full. Adam Schneider, who has a star in my scorebook in the 4th, And a diving play from Walker Ridges, who dove to his left. As we get a time call, I think we're waiting for the Steam player to return back to the dugout for safety reasons.
Had to go get the baseball out there. It may have actually bounced into fair territory off the fence.
Maybe slightly.
Yeah, so I think that player had to go get it.
Breeden looking for his second strikeout. We'll start the breaking ball too high and miss upstairs. Adam Schneider will reach. Second time on base today, reach on the fielder's choice. Was caught stealing while on base that last time. An absolute money throw from Evan Ulrich, who's had a great day in total. A caught stealing and a 2-run home run. So start adding that to the reel so far. A highlight reel action for Evan Ulrich. No balls, 1 strike. Big swing and a miss there. And the big man, Brennan Rowe. And Breeden ahead in the count, 0-2. Not a lot of strikeouts scattered across this Joe's pitching staff tonight. Just saw the 3 from Lazier and only 1 tonight from Breeden. As they'll get one right there. Require a throw over from Ulrich to Lester. Will be made for out number 3. And we'll go to the home half of the 8th. The Joes look to tack some more on. Bit of insurance. We're right back with some more Joes action on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. By the 2 our score here at Foundation Field. The lights have turned on. It's a beautiful night. 80 degrees, not a cloud in the sky as the sun has set in Hamilton, Ohio. Bennett Clement going to lead things off for the Joes. Look to grab a bit of insurance on the offensive side as the Joes pitching has been great so far. Joes defense has been great so far. The offense has been there as well. Bennett Clement look to start things off at the plate as that one will miss just off. 1 ball, no strikes to Bennett Clement, who looks for his first hit on the ball game as that'll miss up and away.
And with this Joe's lead, that hit streak for the leadoff man, Grant Miller, currently standing at 10 games in jeopardy. GLSCL leading hit streak. He's 0 for 4 today.
Need this Joe's lineup to kind of work his way back up.
Yeah, went down to the wire yesterday and was able to get it late.
Thrives in those leverage situations, I suppose.
Absolutely. But the Joe's got quite a bit of work to do, as they'll need to get through at least 7 guys before they can get to him, and maybe only 3 outs to work with.
That'll be fouled off. So not only looking for insurance, but looking to get the man, Grant Miller, back up to the plate. There's a light flat ground going on in left field. Clement will chop that one over to third. That stayed fair. Could have been some definite trouble for Rowe over there at third with the speed of Clement.
Yeah, there's a pitcher throwing in the Joe's bullpen, and then also a couple pitchers throwing back and forth, as you mentioned, on flat ground over there, just in foul territory up left field.
Not sure if he's actually trying to get some work in or if he's just trying to be a fun guy. Is that bullpen loves to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we saw them play 2-ball. Nate Dome was talking about they played the whole game yesterday. They played for probably the first 3 or 4 innings today inside of the bullpen, and now some of the guys have moved back out to watch the game.
But that bullpen group, definitely a lot of fun. A lot of cool guys that have really gelled together. The 2-2 set in the right field. Hegeman take 2-step to his right and make the catch for the first out of the inning. So now 1 out on the fly out. We'll bring out Parker Lester. Having a great day at the plate himself. 2 for 3. Home run, single, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored.
First baseman Parker Lester.
Faced the lefty for the first time. As Foley was the right-hander. Will swing over the first pitch he sees. Lester had a couple of good plays over there at first, knocking a couple balls down. So that one will bounce in the dirt. Saw him be great yesterday at second. Made a double play turn. A couple of good plays running in.
Yep, his debut at second base yesterday in the game.
The only place we haven't seen him play is shortstop. As that one will find the outside corner.
Was frustrated after taking that pitch over the outside half of the plate.
That outside corner been a bit of a disputed territory between the two teams. It's been there and it hasn't been there. And when it's there, it's not there at the right times. As that one is hit hard, but right into the glove of Miley out there at second. We'll put down the fan favorite Parker Lester. Another fan favorite in the lineup in Evan Ulrich. Saw him hit the big 2-run home run his last time up. Will now get the advantage of hitting against the lefty. Crushed one just over the Chester's Pizza sign. Shout out to Chester's Pizza. They do our food sometimes. As that one is crushed into center field. That one's getting down. Evan Ulrich with a 2-hit ball game. Be a tough one with him and Lester. And he was having the better night.
Yeah, they both got 2 RBIs and both are 2 for 4 with a single and a home run. Almost identical stat lines.
We'll bring up Clay Badalak. See Brennan Rowe back up. Have not seen Badalak lay down any drag bunts this season. You'd think with him being a lefty, maybe you'd see a couple more. Definitely has the speed to do it. That one's bounced in the dirt. Oh for 2 on the night is Badalak. Strikeout, 3 unassisted, and a walk back in the third, or second rather. Was caught up in that 6-4 3-double play that Andrew Patrick grounded into. In a hitter's count, 2 balls, no strikes. Joey Perkins still working out there on the mound. Came in relief in the 6th. The 2-0 chopped up the middle. Fielded by Miley on a couple hops. So flip it over to John. Make the play for out number 3. And we're through with 8. Top of the 9th inning coming up. We'll see who comes out of the bullpen to get the save. We're right back with that name if we get one. Here on the All with Helmut Joe's Broadcast Network. Will not see a new pitcher on the mound. It'll be Zach Breeden on for the 9-out save. Saw one a couple days ago. Large base. I was just confused as whether or not maybe it was an earthquake coming from the West Coast. As Breeden will flip that one in, that will miss to William John.
Nothing like that here in Ohio.
Yeah, you're on like 2 fault lines from the West Coast. You gotta be careful, as that one will find the outside corner.
Yeah, we saw a 9-out save. It was in a different situation and a blowout opportunity off the plate, but Tegan Bork picked it up for the Joes. That's a very rare thing that you see. In fact, we actually had some discussion about it.
I had to talk with the Jazz score guy.
The Jazz scorekeeper, and even amongst ourselves of, you know, it's a very rarely utilized rule in baseball, but one that definitely can come into play sometimes. If you pitch the final 3 innings of a game, regardless of score, if you win, you get the save. Bork came in with the Joes, I believe, with a 7-run lead.
Big swing and a miss, gets the strikeout. His second on the day, back-to-back strikeouts, in fact, from Breeden. Put one out on the board and moved the Joes one out closer to a big home win. One step closer to getting one win away from an official win streak. The Joes going on the road on Friday. That one will miss off the plate. We mentioned how good the Joes have been on the road. We really feel like could be the edge of another win streak if you can get this one and go on the road for 3 straight times.
Sounds so daunting when you say go on the road for 3 straight games, unless you're talking about this team. 8-0 on the road this year.
We've mentioned it's almost a different team, but this team is the team we're used to seeing on the road. Let's get a big swing and a miss from Freeze. Good pitching, good hitting all the way around, and timely hitting, importantly.
Yeah, and especially from week 2 on.
That one will miss low.
We saw the wins in that first week, although they were a little bit rare with the Joes going, 2-4 in that first week, were mostly due to some strong pitching. But it's been more all around these past couple weeks.
Clip in the inside corner is Breeden eyeing down 3 straight strikeouts. Would be his 4th on the appearance. The 3-2. Gonna miss upstairs. So 1 out base runner for the Steam.
Should I give a broadcaster's curse chance here? Imagine if we saw another 4-6-3 to end this game.
Nah, that's speaking that one into existence. That's not a curse. That one's speaking that into existence. I try to do that all the time.
That would be unbelievable.
It would just sum things up for the day the Steam have had offensively. It's really
They've hit into 5 double plays already.
I don't know if I've ever seen 6. That has to be a record somewhere. A bounce at the plate. Evan Ulrich throws the mask off quickly. We'll have a word with his pitcher on the mound as he caught that one off maybe the inner arm. Fingers clicking quickly over there. I think West Bowler trying to look this up.
The record for 2 teams is 10. That was in a 10-inning game in the major leagues. And I think the record is 6. I think it is 6.
Oh, dang it.
Cubs 7. It is 7. So 7 double plays is the MLB record for most in a game. Last time that was done was on August 18, 2018, when the Pirates hit into 7 against the Chicago Cubs. It's been done 2 times otherwise with the 1942 New York Yankees and 1969 Astros defensively. The record goes down in the MLB books as a defensive stat.
1 out. Swung over the top of. Yeah, sorry to bring that up if you're a Pirates fan. The Cubs and the Pirates playing host to quite a few odd happenings, as we saw the Javi Baez play, as that one pops out into everybody's mind between the 2 teams. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Zach Breeden looking for a save. He'll pop that one up. I lost that one off the bat. McCallum moved to 1-2. We talked about it before this game. The Joes kind of needed a couple more save opportunities with some of the guys in this league kind of climbing out stretching the legs in front, but we kind of just talked about how this Joe's team hasn't really allowed many save opportunities.
And they don't really have a true closer either. We've seen all sorts of guys go into that role.
1-2 launched in the left field. Grant Miller gonna settle under it, make the play for out number 2. So the double play off the books, unfortunately. Wouldn't have broken any records, so I guess wouldn't have mattered.
Maybe a GLSCL record if they keep track of that. Now we're going to get a pinch hitter. Blake Bazeo going to come in. Mentioned Blake earlier today. Was on the bench. He's going to hit for Harrison Barnes.
Has to be very careful not to ground out to his roommate.
Parker Lester at first.
I'm sure that's something that Parker would keep over him for a little bit, especially for the last out of the game.
Well, it's so hard because I don't know if it's happened yet. They faced each other a couple times. But Lester is usually at third, and Bazeo's a righty, so you don't hit the ball that way. And then Lester's at first today, and he's got the righty Bazeo in the box.
Into center field. Ranging in is Bennett Clement and makes the squeeze for the final out. Zach Breeden on for the save. Gets his first on the season. And the Joes win. So we don't win a lot of games at home. Hopefully that sparks a little something when they come back to Foundation Field. But we mentioned on the road for a couple of games in a row. This game's gonna go final. The Joes will win 5-2. 2 games in a row, and we mentioned to go on the road, so looking to spark a bit of a winning streak. The Joes score 19 runs in 2 games, get 2 wins. Stick right here. We'll be right back with the Casual Pint post-game show. We'll have a player on to have an interview. Probably interview Parker Lester.
Parker Lester coming on.
His first home run of the season. And we'll ask him how frequent he has that. We'll be right back. Stay tuned with the All Wealth, or you were watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
Back here inside Foundation Field in Hamilton. The Hamilton Joes post-game show is brought to you by the Casual Pint. If you're looking for a perfect spot for a bite or brew before or after a Joes game, pay a visit to the Casual Pint. Joes win it against the rival Cincinnati Steam 5-2. Your final. We're here with Parker Lester. Parker, first jack of the season today. Your team gets a big win. What was going through your mind when you walked up on that at-bat? It was a weird at-bat. There were all kinds of pickoff moves over to first, and then eventually you make them pay, hit that big home run.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you got to stay calm with the pickoffs. You know, it's going to happen. JJ's a fast runner, so they know he's got some stolen back, so they're trying to keep him close, you know. But no, I just had to stay calm, know that I'm going to get a pitch sooner or later to hit. I think I missed a couple fastballs, and then it was kind of funny. I actually asked for time on the same pitch. I hit it out, and the umpire didn't give me time, so got to give a shout-out to the umpire for not giving me time.
Well, it was well hit. You knew it was gone as soon as it hit off the bat. Over the scoreboard out there and right. I know you were talking with Coach Ryan Finnerty. He actually shook hands on it a little bet that you were going to hit one out. Did that just apply to batting practice, or does that run through the game too?
He actually said something to me, and he said he owes me. He said, I don't know what I owe you, but he owes me something.
Well, that was certainly great. Parker, average over 300 on the season now after going 2 for 4 today. You know, obviously, you struggled a little bit to start the season, I believe, your first 19. Has the approach changed at all, or was it just a matter of going back into the box with that same mentality and knowing things are just going to change naturally?
Yeah, I mean, the approach changed a little bit. Obviously, going through a slump, you don't want to just keep doing the same thing, but it didn't change much. You know, I just try to stay calm. I actually did something with my hands instead of starting them a little bit behind my head. I've kind of moved it back a little bit, but other than that, staying in my legs just always has been a problem for me, so I just stay with that approach, and sooner or later I got a hit, and it just kind of took it off from there.
Well, a big win for your team. You guys move out in front of this series on the rival Cincinnati Steam, 3-1 now on the season. Of course, this is a rivalry between these two teams. A little extra in it for you with your roommate Blake Vizeo playing for the Cincinnati Steam. You got an at-bat late in this one. But congratulations, Parker, on the big win. Earn the off day tomorrow. Enjoy it, and we'll take to the road in a couple days.
Yes, sir.
All right, Parker Lester, once again, 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs in the Joes' victory. 5-2 is your final line score in this one. Joes with 5 runs off 7 hits, no errors, and 4 left on base. For the Cincinnati Steam, 2 runs off 5 hits, no errors, and 5 left on base. Winning pitcher in this one for the Joes was Josh Leisure, who went 6 innings. Losing pitcher is Braxton Foley for the Cincinnati Steam. Zach Breeden picking up the save for Hamilton as we welcome Blake Griffin back into the broadcast booth. Blake, we talked about it kind of towards the end of that game. Seems like the Joes more and more are starting to see things pick up on both sides of the ball in these wins. Good to see them bring that back home now in the big win against the Steam.
Yeah, really just kind of saw the continuation of yesterday. Kind of felt like the bats stayed where they were. We still hit the ball very well. It pitched the ball very well, save for maybe one inning from Josh Leisure where he kind of had that little hiccup. But other than that, looked really good on both sides. Defense looked phenomenal. Really good, hoping to keep that going into the road trip.
Obviously, a big road trip coming up. We'll take a look at the schedule for the Joes as, once again, they'll have the off day tomorrow on Thursday before heading to Xenia to take on the Scouts at Grady's Field on Friday. 7:05 start there. Another 7:05 start on Saturday as the team will be in the middle of the road trip there and against the Southern Ohio Copperheads at Bob Wren Stadium. And then they'll close it out against the Grand Lake Mariners on Sunday in a 6:05 start, or rather a 4:05 start from Montgomery Field. Joes will be back in action at home here at Foundation Field against the Richmond Jazz on Monday, July 4th. Big one there for the Joes. Hoping to have a big crowd on hand. Make sure to see your Joes as they'll be in the 4th of July parade throughout Hamilton during the day on July 4th, and then they'll come home to play against the Jazz. You can also stay afterwards. We got a great view of the Hamilton fireworks put on by the city here at Foundation Field, so it should be a fun night of baseball and just family fun when the Joes return, hopefully with 3 wins on the road coming into that one and a bit of a streak as they come in 8-0 on the road, looking to extend that in the coming days. Take a look quickly around the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League with the rest of the games going on tonight. Of course, our game has gone final 5-2 Joes over Steam. Richmond Jazz holding on to defeat the Southern Ohio Copperheads at McBride Stadium 14-6. The final in the bottom of the 7th inning, Grand Lake and Licking County going at it from Denison University. Mariners leading the Settlers by a 7-6 score. In the North Division, Muskegon leading Royal Oak in the bottom of the 8th 6-2. Michigan Monarchs leading the Lima Locos from Siena Heights 8-3. And Jetbox, who's just jumped into first place in the North Division, trailing the team they are tied with, currently hold the tiebreaker over, but Sandusky on top of them 5-4 from Milford High School. Once again, we'll be back on the air in a couple of nights as we head to Xenia. Grady's Field, the site, as the Joes will take on the Xenia Scouts in a 7:05 first pitch. We'll have coverage beginning for you in that one at 6:45. But until then, we're going to wrap things up for now here from Foundation Field. So for my great broadcast partner, Blake Griffin, all of our hardworking crew, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Joes win it here from Foundation Field, 5-2 over the Cincinnati Steam, your final. We'll see you in a couple nights at 6:45. Joes taking on the Scouts. Until then, Luke Westpoli saying so long.